Today we have Dr. Jayashree with us, and we're going to discuss about everything that includes pH value. This is in regards to the recent Bombay High Court decision where they said that Sebamed has been allowed to put out the advertising where it compared its pH value to that of Lux and Pears and even in fact Rin, and that's exactly where the problem started because Rin is a detergent soap and Pears and Lux, which have been told that the mildest soap in the market. So that has created a ruckus. However, having said that, Bombay High Court said that they can go, Sebamed can basically go ahead and they can still compare.
You have to do a litmus test to see what is, whether its pH is usually neutral and alkaline. So I don't know if in school you've done that litmus test,
Yes.
which is actually how acidic or how alkaline whatever surface is. That's the measure is called the pH.
Okay.
So if the pH is low, that means the product is more acidic. If the pH is high, the product is more alkaline. If the pH is neutral, then the product is neither acidic nor alkaline.
Does pH value really matter when you select a soap?
So the skin has a pH which is mildly acidic, around 5.4, 5.5. And the moment you alter the pH and make it more alkaline, which will happen with a lot of soaps, the soaps will increase your pH to 6, 7, 7.5, even 8. Higher the pH, more its power to strip, the skin of its moisture. So the skin gets drier and drier as the pH value increases. And so definitely soaps, and especially those bars, do have, this tendency. They can alter the pH of the skin. What happens is if your pH is normal, if it's mildly acidic, that acid mantle kind of balances your entire skin integrity. The lipid barrier layer of the skin is protected. The normal microflora of the skin, just like we've all heard of gut flora, which are normal, you also have normal flora in the skin, which are protecting the skin. You don't want the flora to go haywire. You don't want abnormal bacteria to set in. You don't want pollution, environmental, toxins, change in climate to sort of play havoc on your skin. And all that will happen if your pH is normal. When your pH is higher, the free radicals will increase. And if the free radicals increase, anti-aging properties are also lost. So all in all, there are, maintaining that normal pH between 5.3 to 5.5 is very essential.
Does the pH level vary according to the seasons? I mean, for us, does the pH level for the skin vary?
So the pH values can change with a number of things. First of all, internally, you have pH changing with age and with hormones. So as we age, the pH tends to get drier and drier, more alkaline, and therefore the skin gets drier. Similarly, if there are, especially in females, as we age, what happens is our estrogen tends to drop down. And when the estrogen tends to drop down, the pH again goes towards the neutral side. So the skin gets a little drier. And then comes the environment, the external factors. So the external factors, the first one that you pointed out is temperature. So when in winter, automatically your pH will get a little more neutral. The skin pH gets a little more neutral. So from 5.5, it's stepping up to like 6, 7, and that will dry the skin further. Then if you use a lot of hot water, it evaporates. When hot water evaporates from your skin, it will alter the pH of your skin and make it more alkaline. When you're using soaps and harsh cleansers and detergents, again, the same thing happens. If you exfoliate your skin too much, people these days are so fond of exfoliation that they don't realize that they're actually damaging that protective barrier layer of the skin. And that will also alter the pH of the skin and make it drier. So definitely temperature, yes. So as the temperature dips, the pH also So as the temperature dips, the pH rises.
Like you mentioned that during winters it rises because of course the temperature has dropped. Which soap should we use which has like an appropriate pH level?
See, as far as soaps are concerned, I think there are certain bars. They are called Syndet bars. Okay, and I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to take names, but there are Syndet bars which are available as soaps. They're not actually soaps. Some of these medicated ones that you actually mentioned right in the beginning, they have Syndet bars, and most of the medicated ones have Syndet bars, and they are quite safe. And shower gels, have products which do not have sodium laureth sulfate or sodium lauryl sulfate. These are the ones which will be milder and will not have will not change the pH of the skin so much. But when I say medicated soaps, please do not go and buy soaps which are meant for acne.
Okay.
Triclosan and all these ingredients which are there for these acne, bars, or for oily skin, you have these soap bars which will again zap the moisture, make the skin drier, remove the oil. Those are not the ones that you will have to, you should opt for.
So you mentioned this ingredient sodium lauryl sulfate. So this is exactly what defines the pH of a product. Like this is a main element in defining the pH.
But there are multiple factors. It's a lot of chemical that goes into the making of a soap. Even when you talk of a natural soap, they will still have, not the chemicals, but when you talk of, when you actually look at chemistry, even a natural product has a chemical, bond in it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into it. This is one of the very common ingredients which I said that you must avoid.
Which pH level of soap works best for everyone?
If you have something which is, close to the skin pH, something which is neutral or mildly acidic, right? That will be definitely the best.
As a consumer, how do I understand which pH level, which soap works best for me when it comes to pH level?
When you use a soap and you step out and your skin feels dry after using it, that's not the right soap for you. Especially, if you're using normal water or cold water, and in spite of that, if your skin feels dry, then that soap is not right for you. If you're using hot water, the thing is different, because if you're using hot water, the hot water can also change your pH. So use normal water or use lukewarm water, wash your face with whatever soap, whatever face wash, whatever shower gel, and then or your body. And if you feel that the skin is dry, then that's not the right product for you.
Does the pH define the mildness of a soap solely, or are there other factors to the same?
Fragrance-based products are not great for the skin because there are these lovely fragrance-based soaps and shower gels, but they could cause allergies, and just as the soaps can cause allergies and increase atopic dermatitis. See, when the pH of the skin changes, because the skin gets drier, the skin becomes more sensitive, the abnormal bacteria will set in, so the skin is more sort of prone to infections. The skin is more prone to allergies. The skin is more prone to hives and rashes. Sometimes you even break out into acne because the protective layer is gone, the protective flora is gone. Fine lines, open pores, aging skin. The skin is not so resilient if your skin is dry. So everything that you can think of which is negative and detrimental will happen.
You also mentioned that as we age, the pH level declines. So as we age, should we also stop using soaps? Because in the market, while the average human pH is somewhere around 5.4 to 5.9, in the market soaps are sold at at a pH level of 7.9, if I'm not wrong. So should we stop using soaps altogether and maybe move to shower gels, some other alternative?
If you can, then it's always better. And when you come to a dermatologist's clinic, we will usually give you either Syndet bars or shower gels. especially for females. So I have to tell you this, that because as we age, our estrogen drops, the skin in our private areas gets drier, and a lot of infections, vaginal infections, because of dry skin, and then a lot of itching and pruritus and all these things increase. So it's very important, again, not to use soaps and soap bars as we age. For a pH to be normal, there are a couple of things you have to always do. Number one, do not use hot water to wash your face.
Okay.
Number two, do not, use, do not shower for long hours. Much as in winter, a lot of people like to be in water for long hours, so don't do that. Soap is only part of it, Soap is like a fraction of it. So we've discussed the entire thing about soap, of course. The kind of products that you use, again, there will be a lot of, these days there's so much buzz about AHA, BHA, retinol, so, and will at some point dry your skin and alter the pH of your skin. So you have to go to a dermatologist, get your skin, examined, and, do not overdo all these AHAs, BHAs and retinols, because they will also alter the pH of your skin. Sometimes certain medicines will alter the pH of your skin, that's important. Then sometimes you have some cosmetics which will alter the pH of your skin. Then pollution will alter the pH of your skin. So all this is important.